Good morning. I did not realize just how much my mother gets up in the middle of the freaking night until I slept with this dog. Because he cannot be left on his own. Can you? No. No, he cannot be left on his own. He gets sad. And he'll make noise. And he may pee in the house or in his diaper and he flips out. And oh, shh. Just shh. Okay. So we got this little dog. Come in my room. So he's sleeping in my bed. I'm like, okay, I don't allow animals in my room, but this is a rare circumstance. He's gonna go. You can see how tired I am. Look at my eyes. I'm gonna. Will you stop? This is the problem. I am fast asleep and he does this crap. Okay, the cold nose is nothing compared to this. Okay. You see, he's in my lap. All right. He's missing Grammy. So, here I am trying to sleep, and this little thing keeps waking up. So every time he wakes up, I gotta get up. I gotta take off his diaper, take off his leash, because that's the only way I can find him in the dark. I just reach around and go, okay, here he is. If he's too far off, and I don't want to wake his butt up, because then I have to get up and I have to go to the back door, open the back door, let him out the back door. It's a whole process. This boy will not eat his blessed food. Wait a second. I gave you the rest of my eggs, and you have decided to carry the. Are we trying to feed the raccoons? He's trying to feed the raccoons. Okay, carry it to the back door so that he can eat while looking out the back door. I have a doctor's appointment today. They'd say this little fucker's going to have to go in the cage because he cannot come with me to the doctor's appointment. No, he cannot. No. I've slept not continuously throughout the whole night. My mother does not sleep. I understand that now. I understand she doesn't sleep because this little dog is trained to sleep with her. And it doesn't matter that I sleep. No. He's still trained to. It was every 2 hours this morning. I woke up from this little thing coming and getting in my face at 1:30 in the morning. Yes, doggy person. Yes, doggy. He's stupid. He got in my face. And I said, okay. Let's go outside. So I go and I do the thing. I let him go outside. I get something to drink. He's out there for a few minutes. So I bring him back in, put a diaper on him. And I'm like, okay. Go back to bed. Hour and a half later. I'm like, you cannot. No, there is no way on God's green earth. So I did something I don't normally do. But right. I left my freaking door open. I took it, I let him out again, let him use the bathroom, then I left my door open. Because he'll sleep in the windowsill. He apparently is a cat. He'll sleep here. Okay, you see this spot here? He will sleep in either one of these windowsills. Apparently he thinks he's a cat. So doggy may not be the appropriate thing. And, I still was attacked. Then I get a message from my mom. About 7:30 in the morning about what they gotta do to her today. And like, quite honestly, I feel bad for her for what they're gonna do to her today. Uh, but as I hear there, I I have so much stuff that I have to do in here. And I am so tired because this little dog is so used to sleeping around my mom's schedule that apparently it doesn't know what a normal night's sleep is. It's like it was literally like sleeping with my son when he's sick and he's waking up constantly to cough or something like that. That's how I felt sleeping with the little dog. Oh my god, my poor. No, she doesn't, Parson. She doesn't. She doesn't. She has sleep apnea, so she'll only sleep for like 2 to 3 hours max a night, off and on. All right, and she'll do like little naps throughout the day. But when she gets up, he gets up with her, and we just leave the back door open most times. And he just goes in and out, in and out. But if there's no one else here but me and him, that door's staying closed. Because there's no one walking around. He's literally just standing at the back door looking out to see what's out there. Oh. But, the good news is they have started her on the second round of antibiotics at the hospital. They're going to take her in for a minor surgery to diagnose what the heck's going on. They're gonna let me know more later. I'm trying to keep this little creature from freaking out because he is freaking out. He wants his mommy too. He's running around, jumping in her bed, looking around for her. When she calls, he wants to be right on top of the phone. The little doggy's going through withdrawals. The really cool dude is going through withdrawals too. We'll talk about. He's said that he's going through withdrawals. He's scared. This is a scary thing. This is probably going to be the first real time that Grammy's been in the hospital that he's remembering, and he's a little freaked out. I may point to message his teachers and let them know that he may be a little out of it for the next few days until Grammy gets home. Because the one thing my kids' teachers say, he's a sweetheart. He is so very. No, Parson, that's my voice. No, I'm muttering. We have a microphone somewhere. Lights. Oh, okay. Laying on top of Dexter's homework. I ain't even going there. Alright. Oh, let's do this. We're going to knock you off there. You know what? We should probably just leave it off. Alright, we're gonna see if this works. Oh. Which side is right? Alright. So tell me if y'all can hear me now. It could also be that my house sucks for Wi-Fi. But what is this? Retouch. Uh-oh, something went awry. All one of us could hear you. Oh, wonderful. You're so very kind, persons. Alright, so let's talk about stupidity. I have now realized I went back to my work yesterday because I had to grab something for the little doggy. And my store is on the way back from the hospital. And I have realized that I take my job way too seriously. No one cares if I'm there or not. So, when I go back to work on Tuesday, I am not going to overstress myself at all because no one cares if I'm there or not. The only thing I care about is if the production list gets done, and that's going to be a problem at the end of the week if people can't keep up. But even so, that just means that people are going home early and someone's going to have to do orders. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't care. I'm literally at the point where I've got too much going on to be so serious on something that literally bring on freaking time management skill. And you know what? I am good at time management. You could ask my mother. I am good at time management. Because my mother had a panic attack yesterday. Because she knows she gotta go to the hospital. So they're gonna probably admit her. This was Cooper, stop barking at the squirrels. Bark at squirrels. She knew that they were probably gonna admit her. And she tried to figure out what she was gonna need and all of this, and it was a whole big thing because I gotta get the wheelchair put together. I gotta get the back of the car sorted out. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And she's like, it's just too much to do in the morning. And I slept in because through most of the night I didn't sleep because I was going through the list of how I was going to do things in the morning. So by the time I got home yesterday, still couldn't sleep because trying to. Alright, I'm not even going to try anymore, okay? Not. Because I have already realized that this little dog is not on any sleep schedule known to mankind, okay? Hello, Chester. This little dog is not on any sleep schedule known to mankind, alright? I ain't even going to try. I'm just going to leave my door open. I'm going to let him go out. I'm going to put his diaper on. And I'm going to leave my door open. And I'm going to bed. What did you just do? Oh. Because, dang! I thought, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to run this normal, right? I'm going to go to bed at regular times. Little doggy going to go to bed at regular time. We got to sleep for the night. No! No! This thing is freaking nocturnal. Do you hear the squeaky thing? Do you hear the squeaky thing? This thing? Okay? This is his favorite toy. I know this is his favorite toy. I hear him play with it in the middle of the freaking night. I just never heard it that close. He had it in the bed, squeaking it against my ear. Jester, I don't normally deal with this dog's nocturnal behaviors, okay? I do not normally deal. Keep it awake. Keep it. How the hell do you keep it awake? Look at it. How do you keep this awake? Keeping me awake. And it would be fine if I didn't have to run and do errands and stuff. And I thought for sure, having taken him out to go pick up the small one, I want a nap. I want a nap, okay? I have not gotten 4 hours of straight sleep in the last 48 hours, okay? I yesterday, by the time I got home, all right, from doing all the stuff I had to do, and I laid down here on this couch. Now, keep in mind that it takes about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on what freaking time of day and how bad these people want to drive, all right, to go to get the boy from school. He gets up at 2:30. And on Wednesday, it's early release, so if you do not get in that line, you're going to be at the park down the road waiting in the line in the street. Okay? So I get home, I'm laying here. I was breathing. And it's already about 12:30. And I say to my mom, I'm going to take a little nap, because if I leave here about 1:30, I'll probably get over there and get in that line. Fine. Well, that was the nap I got yesterday. It was 30 minutes long, really, because someone decided he was going to wake me up. So then we took him with us. Right? I took him with me. And he don't like driving. He does not like the whole riding in the car thing. Right? He don't. Doesn't find it fun. Doesn't find it fun. The day before I go, I am going to take the wheelchair out of the back of the car and put the seat back up because I had to drop one of the seats. Okay. I'm not letting the... Well, he kind of did try to at one point, but thank God we were parked. Yeah, he kind of tried to. He ended up in my lap at several points, but no. So, ooh, fun. Little things. And, he not happy. I keep putting him over on his chair, and he's coming back again in my chair, and you can tell when a little dog's stressed, okay? Because they do this thing with their nails, and it kind of grips around your fingers. Yes, the dogs do take advantage of that. We love them. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible on them because I swear to God that dog barked for 6 hours straight while I was at the hospital with Mom. So that's what it sounded like. He has the weirdest freaking growl. It sounds like a dove. It sounds like an angry dove. I sit in the car and pick up like. The dog is traveling. I'm the one driving, person. See? Cat. Not dog. Cat. And the funniest part is he fits in them. You look at him. He's half that size. That's all hair. And I haven't had. I try to trim up his legs because I've got hair. I'm trimming up his legs. I had to trim up his legs because he keeps coming running in the house. And he's got little things going on his paws. These little paw prints. I gotta vacuum the floor again. I don't know what the hell they brought in last time. Oh, no. I know what he brought in last time. Okay. So at one point I did try to plant things, and like those little plant grower things, the pots. Okay. Try to plant them, and well, they never did grow, and I just left them out there with the dirt in them, or the weeds grew out of them. Okay. Well, this little thing started thinking that those little plastic pots were toys, and he kept bringing them in. I'm wondering why the hell is there dirt all over my floor. He is bringing in the potted plants as gifts and offerings. I think it's a cat. I honestly think it's a cat. I think underneath all this hair, it's a cat. Because the only time I've seen offerings like that is brought in by a cat. Also, he found a stick that was 4 times his body size and decided to try to bring it in the house too. It is now sitting at the back door. I am not going out there to deal with it. I am sorry. No. He can do his gymnastics over it. We're not. We're not. But this is me. Of sleep depravity. Now I have to go to the doctors today, and they're going to swear that I need blood transfusions, and I'm going to tell them hell no. My sleeping problems are now brought on by a little dog. I am perfectly aware of my surroundings. I am perfectly fine with my surroundings. Oh my God, they send you this questionnaire. Okay? And this questionnaire is to test your mental stability, basically, okay? Apparently, you have to fill this out. This is a requirement of your insurance company. You have to be of sound mind and body to participate in any doctor's appointments now, I guess. I don't know. This is what they told me. This was a requirement from my insurance provider that I had to do this, all right? Pain management. Okay, yeah, I have back pain due to car accident, back surgery, all of that. Has not been, it flared up, 3 times last year during the holiday because it was back to back to back, and I was trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And from the new shoes to the old shoes, it was just a pain. Okay, pain. Insoles, very necessary. So when I had to go first to get my blood work done, they sent me this thing, and oh my God, it's like, how are you feeling? Are you feeling overly stressed? Are you feeling hopeless? I work in the bakery, and it was the 1st of December, and we were understaffed. And I'm going to answer these questions as honestly as possible. And they're like, we're reading through your are you okay? I'm like, I'm not suicidal, that's what you ask. I'm reasonably depressed right now, but not that depressed. They're like, why are you so stressed and so depressed? I said, I work in a bakery during the holidays and we're understaffed. Have you ever worked at an ER during the holidays? Tell me that your mental stability is perfectly on key. Okay? So, now I gotta answer this thing. Again, now. Right? Okay, we don't have to worry about the pain thing. Pain thing's all fine. Yeah. How are you dealing emotionally? What's your stress level right now? handling relationships with family members and all sorts. These are actual questions, and they have like a bubble answer thing, and it's that scale, very bad, slightly bad, normal, slightly good, very good. That scale. And I'm answering this. Now, keep in mind, they've called me to confirm all of this. And I am behaving like I'm behaving now, okay? I'm talking to them like this, alright? They're gonna look at this freaking thing because they have to look at it. And they're gonna go, something's not adding up here. Oh, you want my emotional stability to register on my face, yes? Well, how about I tell you what's going on? But they're not psychiatrists or psychologists. They're just my general health practitioners. Why the hell do they need to know my mental stability before I walk into that office? I literally am coming into the office. What does that tell you? I am here because I am necessary need of a doctor. If I need a psychiatrist, I will ask you to write the freaking referral. And at this point, who the hell is posting things in Discord? I really should turn that crap off. Cooper, are you eating the eggs now? I'm so happy. I am so happy. I'm so happy he's eating the eggs. Because I didn't want them. It's not that they... Oh my god. Because my eggs taste bad. Yeah. Not that the eggs taste bad. They're fine. It's just after I cook them, I ate half of them and I went, I'm not going to eat the other half. Because I already ate about half a cup of ice cream. Listen, it is garbage day. And that container's been sitting in my freezer for a while. I don't know who this is, and I am sad for many reasons. But we are working on it. And you are. And honey, yes, eggs and ice cream, yes. Yes. Eggs and ice cream before noon. This is insane, okay? Insane. Yeah, it was no ice cream. I put sprinkles on it, so okay. It was like less than a cup of ice cream. But the container has been sitting in the freezer for about a week now, and I said, we're just getting rid of this, alright? And technically, with your upset, ice cream is a good thing. Sort of. So, for anyone coming in, the update on Grammy is that they are going to take her for a biopsy on the thing today at the hospital. I am not 100% sure how that's going to work. I think they're just going to numb the area and keep her from looking and seeing what they're going to do with the giant needle. Okay, I can get behind a slice of cherry pie. I have seriously been considering making a peach cobbler. Okay? I have seriously been considering making peach cobbler the last 2 days. Alright? But no. Oh, yeah. In the terms of baking, alright? My butter bread sucked. Alright, my butter bread turned out terrible. I should have had Mom throw it in the oven when I noticed it had rise double. But instead, we just left it there until I got back from picking up Taco Bell. I just drank mushroom coffee, so caffeine's not an issue right now. So, yeah, so it overproofed.
But my chicken bakes turned out well. All right, I was telling Jim about this. Dexter and I went to Costco's, and they have the chicken bake. Now, I didn't want pizza. I didn't want cookies. I didn't want this other thing. So I said, let me just grab the chicken bake because I ain't cooking when I getting home. I was just not into it. Not into it. Pop-Tart. Honey, you are a Pop-Tart. Anyhow. But we got the chicken bake, and he and that little brat shared that thing, and we left a little bit for Grammy. And Grammy ate it, and Grammy goes, I don't like this. I don't know what the hell this is. So, really cool dude. He decided that he wanted me to make the chicken bake at home. So I did. Kroger's Bakery. I'm looking into new jobs at this point. And he said he wanted me to try to make it at home. So from a 2-pound bread dough recipe, I was able to make 6. Basically what I did is I cooked the bacon first, chopped it up. Then I took, and after the bacon was cooked, took the bacon out, threw the chicken in, cooked that with basic seasoning, garlic, salt, pepper, onion powder, stuff like that. I know you don't have those there, person. And I let that cool. I could not put onions or anything in this, okay? Normally, if I'm going to make something like that, I'm going to put, major vegetables. Gonna saute it with onions and mushrooms, and then the chicken and the bacon, stuff like that. No. We've got really cool Dexter. Really cool Dexter doesn't do that crap, okay? The best that I got is that half of them had just the chicken, the bacon, the cheese, and the dressing. And the other half, I put broccoli in. And he came in while I was wrapping the broccoli ones, and he goes, Mommy, why are you putting broccoli in there? There was no broccoli in the chicken bake at Costco's. I said, these aren't yours. He goes, well, whose are they? I said, they are Grammy's. And mine. So, yeah. See, y'all a bunch of drunks. That's how come you all listen to me. You all a bunch of drunks, okay? I realize that. That's the only reason why you all listen to me in the morning. I've heard of this bourbon. It was called Angel something. I was told it was good. I'm allergic to this crap. I ain't trying it. I ain't trying it. Okay. Are you done? Are you done telling the squirrels? Are you done telling the squirrels to go away? We have some nuts. Do you want to feed the squirrels? I'm not talking about y'all. I should listen. Under the circumstances, the very good thing that I am allergic to alcohol. Okay, under the circumstances, because my life has been a freaking roller coaster of epic proportions since I have turned 16. Okay. Honestly, I have so many issues that I could possibly have been a drunk if I had not been allergic to alcohol and had to learn how to cope with all this crap. And coping is not that easy, okay? Anyone out there knows coping is not that easy. That's why most people like NCR have vapes in the morning. Alright? Me? I have to cope. Because I ain't smoking, because that's what's got mom in her predicament. They actually looked at her in the hospital. No, no. I do not need to be in a bubble with NCR. No, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be in a bubble with me. I think this dog farts a lot. Anyhow. Dear God. NCR, it's not the amount of chemicals going into your body from the vape. Arsen. What's an arsen? It's the fact, okay. Alright, let's think, how do I put this? Okay, you lived in Florida. Ah, so we're not abbreviating that. Okay, see, that's mean. You're screwing with the dyslexics here, Parson. Screw with the dyslexics. Alright. Translate, shut it. Alright, so you lived in Florida. You know how we have that moist humidity heat crap going on down here? And what it does to houses? You know, the mold? Yeah. Basically, that's what a vape's doing to your lungs. Sorry to tell you that, but that's why they're saying that vaping is just as unhealthy as smoking. Only you're not getting the smoke inhalation, you're getting a liquid inhalation, which is worse because you're, yes, moist. Yes, moist. Because instead of your lungs trying to sort out the smoke, they're not only trying to sort out the smoke, they're trying to process out the water, and that does not always process out. Listen, I'm just going off what my mom pulmonologist said this once, because my mom had said, because she does all her little herbal stuff, that if she could vape in the papaya, hi, Jared. Yes, he's got mold in the lungs and in the brain. That's what the Florida problem is. He got mold. You are not drinking from my cup. You get your little pup butt down. You broke my last coffee mug. You're not allowed to break this one. I am sorry. No. There's nothing in here. I drank it all. There is nothing in here. Look at it. There is nothing in here. I have drank it all. Yeah, pretty much. I told you this is not a dog. This is a cat. Yeah. Heroin's a good thing, too, when it comes to Florida men, all right? Ah! You turned the TV back on! You're so silly. No! No! Did I put it on that table to keep you out of it? You're not going to get up on that table in order... No! Cooper! No! No, that's it. It's going in the sink. It's going... I didn't want to have to walk all the way into the kitchen, but I'm going to do it now. Well, have fun, NCR. Enjoy your vaping. Anyhow. He is a Yorkie Maltese mix, if I believe who gave him to me. Alright? But like I said, I do not think Wow, some of these names are just freaking with my dyslexia this morning. Hello, how you doing? I'm gonna have to start wearing glasses, I swear. I don't think it's gonna help. NCR is only the residential Florida man expert when he lived in Florida. He no longer lives in Florida. I'm stuck here. Alright? My ex actually gave me a shirt about burying people in the Everglades. I'm gonna let that all think in. Alright? No. But you want to have something funny? Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. This little dog loves water. Okay? So maybe he's not a cat. No, I never said he gave me his crown. I'm telling you that he no longer lives in this state. Therefore, he can be the former Florida man resident expert. But unless he comes back and visits and talks to the Florida man nowadays. Let him stay Ohio. Anyway, but plus the Florida man ain't really a Florida man no more. Trust me, it has been quite fascinating. I was talking to a coworker of mine. I said, I have never worked with so many Jamaicans in one store before. I have worked with a handful of Spanish people and a heck of a lot of Haitians, and then I went to another store where it was just mostly Haitians and no Spanish people. That I came to this store. It was like an even three-way split. Now it's like half and half, and then we have our three-way split with the deli. If you include the deli into our little section, which because we all wear the same color uniforms. The future Darwin Award winners. Yeah, the natural born Floridian men. They ain't evolved. They pretty much have stayed in the same state of an Neanderthalian. When I think about Darwin's level of evolution does not work for them. Now that I think about that. That would explain a lot with my family. Oh, so much stuff is now coming. Oh, God, I never thought of it that way. Realization just hit. And we realize we are alright. And this also reminds me of the fact that my son is born in Florida. I have one reprieve, alright? I have one reprieve. I am not technically I am not technically a natural born Floridian, alright? I was raised here, but I am technically not a natural born Floridian. I was born in Texas. Apparently, this shows to people. Because they don't believe I was born in Florida. They're like, how long have you been in Florida? Basically my whole darn life. Really? Okay, why don't you think I've lived there my whole life? You don't speak Spanish. Like I said, NCR's not allowed to call it Florida. The Florida man then mutated and they're become extinct, okay? The Florida man then become extinct, alright? Because now, a prerequisite to having to live in Florida your entire life, you have to be able to speak Spanish. And if you cannot speak Spanish, then you must be from another state. Oh, gee willikers, I'd never thought of that. Technically, I was born in another state. See? You're not a natural Floridian. Question. Where are you from? Why? Well, you're telling me I don't sound like a Floridian. Where are you from? I speak Spanish. But, okay. Did not answer my question. Where are you from? Were you born in Florida? He still runs scripted. I will always be for men. They're implanted. Okay? They're like hair implants. Things I need because my hair is falling out from stress. They are like the hair implants. Hey, have you survived yet? No. My coworker has convinced me that I need to retire into Jamaica. Yes, my coworker has on there convinced me that I need to retire into Jamaica. To get away from the stupidity and to deal with the common people who have many, many days off. I would be the auntie everyone would come to visit. My whole family will love it. They're like, oh, screw going to Florida. Let's go to Jamaica and visit Auntie Rosie. I'm going to let you know this right now. I got Arabic, Saudi Arabic. Alright, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabic. You all have that dry heat. Alright? We have this moist heat. So take your dry heat and knock it down a few temperatures, 3 degrees, and add water to that. Alright? There's a reason why you all live longer than us. You're breathing in the warm air that's going to fry your lungs. We're breathing in the moisture air that's going to mold our lungs. And then they breathe in the vapes. Oh my god, I got a coworker. I swear I want to throw his vape out the window. And we don't have windows at work, so this would be an amazing feat I would accomplish if it was possible, okay? And for those of you who have never been to a Publix, when you go into a Publix next time, look around. Where are the windows? We don't get that natural light. The only windows we have are in the front of the store. Alright? Even in the back room, we have 3 doors. 3 bay doors. There's no windows back there. There's 3 bay doors. And when it is raining, all of those bay doors stay completely shut until a truck comes. And we have to wait for the truck to pull in before we open the door. Wonder why? Because it's a genius thing they came up with. It's the laws of physics that I don't understand. Okay? Partly I understand, partly I don't. Because I'm still trying to figure out how a ramp levels you out. I think you're going down at this angle. How you feel? I don't know. I have not actually seen a vehicle pull in. Alright? But basically, we live in Florida, and there's a lot of rain. And when there's a lot of rain, the back doors, our loading docks, become Olympic-sized swimming pools. Because we have these pits in the ground in front of the bay doors. So that when the vehicle backs in, they don't have to. I am so sorry. I trimmed the little dog's hair, and I have yet to use the rolling thing to get the hairs off everything, and they're on my robe. Because they came up with this idea, and it works well. We're reduce the number of accidents. Because you know the back of those trucks have that like that elevator thing that goes up and down. This whole system removes that. Okay? You don't need to have the thing that goes up and down. You just need a shoom, shoom. That's it. Okay? To where, Parson? Where are we draining this water to? Alright? I want to tell you a story about another store I worked at. I have to keep that out. Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. So, when they back these things into these Olympic-sized swimming pools, they're full of water because sewer system? Are you out of your freaking mind? No! We don't do that kind of crap here. Alright? Most times, most the streets and stuff aren't even tied to a sewer system. They're tied into the drain outs, into the tube. They normally are tied into drain outs into the, what are they called? The canals and stuff. Normally, and because my store is right by a canal, it's probably... But they pack them in, and if you open the thing too soon and the water comes in, it's a freaking mess. And we have drains in the store if the water comes over underneath the dock pad. Alright, inside the store, we do not have drains in the floor outside in the actual dock pit. Alright, so it does drain when it's in the store, but you gotta push the water in. Now, I worked in a store. Now, keep in mind, I live in the part of Florida which is like right by the canals and the mangroves, and the brackish water. Everything's like, they built this right on like surface level, okay? So, if you've got something running surface level, everything has risen up over the pipe. Water is not going out, okay? Everything is the same. Thank you. And everything's the same. Okay, everything. Water is the same level as the land, okay? No water is running out. Right? I worked at a store. This is the first store I worked at. Where what was it? Okay, so the courthouse was down that way. Then that connected out to the back. With water connected the bay to the sea. Alright? We were that close. Alright? And I closed. And I would have to go out and get these shopping carts. Thank you, darling. I get that a lot. I have to go out and get these shopping carts. And the shopping carts would be covered in water, okay? That's just from the standing water. Alright? That is just from the standing water. We had a manager specifically. I am so sorry to hear that. We had a manager that specifically had a lift kit on his truck. We are not going to check. Honey, no. There was no alligator in that parking lot. It was in a canal about 3 blocks down that the alligator was there. He was trying to eat the ducks. I was trying to save the ducks. We were not going into that story again. It ended badly for the ducks. Well, it ended badly for me. I should have been that close to the freaking alligator. Okay. But, no. He specifically had a lift kit because he would take the mop stick without the mop head and he would drive through the water, pushing the shopping carts into the higher area where we would be waiting to grab them and pull them up to the front. we didn't do church on Sunday. We don't go out to. This is just to answer this question, okay? Right. We don't go out to like a normal church, okay? My mom is housebound and she can't exactly go out. So we do our church via YouTube service, and we use Ron Carpenter as the thing. And we normally just play like his sermons or any of his things during the entire day. So that's kind of how we do church here on Sundays. And normally I work Sundays, so my mom will do this prior to me going to work. And then when I'm at work in the morning, if no one's there, I go ahead and I listen to the messages while the store is closed. When the store's open, everyone has to take everything out. So that's how church works at my house. Do not come for me because I don't physically go to a church. I have... Hi, Coop! Is that the truck? Is that the garbage truck? Is that the garbage truck, man? He don't like no one. Yeah, it works. The truth of the matter is, that whole thing where they started doing online church service helped a lot of people who were homebound. I'm gonna stand for that, okay? Because it is a lot to get someone who is basically homebound, that is on a life support system, to a church. Alright? Like, you know, there are people who need handicap spots that can't walk and do something like that. And then my mom, who can't stand, can't move, and we have to have our oxygen bottles. I feel like it's like as soon as we get there, she only has like an hour or two of oxygen. The services run longer than that sometimes, and it's like either I'm getting up. We did try this, okay? Either I'm getting up and I'm having to go through the crowd in the middle of the sermon to go get another set of oxygen bottles, or I'm bringing them in and taking up an extra seat to put the oxygen bottles so that we can switch them out. And it just feels like I'm inconveniencing someone else there who is trying to hear the word of God while I'm playing Gopher. Oh my God. On the Gopher thing, alright? I grew up, I knew I was a pack mule. Alright? I knew I was a pack mule. You know how your parents hand you stuff? I say, here, carry this. I did it to my son the other day. We were at Aldi's. I didn't have a quarter, so I had one of their boxes. And I ran out of room in the box, so I handed him something. And I told him, here, carry this. We're walking out of that store afterwards. And he goes, Mommy, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to get mad, but this is how I am feeling. And I said, okay, honey, tell me what it is that you are feeling. He says, I am feeling like you are treating me like a slave. You are carrying one thing of 12-count toilet paper. I have the box. He goes, I feel like you are making me a slave. I said, no, honey. At this point, this Asian man is walking by us. I said, no, honey, you're not a slave. You're a pack mule. And I saw this guy, as soon as he passes, he heard that. He just burst out laughing, okay? Because most people will not. Okay, I knew when I was young. He would have survived. I know. He would not. Because I was born in 1990. By 1998, I was carrying things for my mother, alright? Helping, lifting the heavy stuff, moving the heavy stuff and stuff like that. And I said, honey, I'm still a pack mule for Grammy. You're my little pack mule. I realized when I was about his age that not only was I a pack mule, but I was chopped liver. Because anytime Mama, my grandma, called, it would be, hi baby, where's your mama? I'm like, hey, Grandma. Well, we call her Mama because she's the great grandma. And, like, I love you too. Let me go get her. He goes, how you doing? Okay, give me your mama. I'm like, I am chopped liver, aren't I? She goes, honey, I ain't gonna eat you, but okay. I'll grab my hands and wear Southern Fair shoes. Let's see what time it is. Oh, I gotta go get ready to go to this doctor's appointment. I don't want to go to this doctor's appointment. They're just gonna tell me I have low blood sugar and I need transfusions. We are not going through that, okay? I'm glad NCR is gone because at this point he will tell me how safe blood transfusions were. We are not doing that. Alright? I have survived with this condition since I was 16 years old. Alright? I don't even know what this condition is. Do you know what really annoys me? Since I was 16 years old, I've been diagnosed with this, alright? They have never once looked into what was causing this. Their only suggestion is, oh, we're going to go and send you to get blood transfusions. I keep telling them, no. They have never once looked into what is causing this. So, I wish you all lots of fun. And I gotta go and convince this little dog to get in a cage so that I can get dressed and wear my Nacho Choco Mama shirt. Because it is comfortable and I don't want to have to look for my closet. I should. I have marvelous t-shirts I can wear. Anyway, have fun, y'all. Thanks for listening to my rants. Taco Bells is at school. And hopefully, I will not be receiving any messages from his teachers. Pray to God. Thank you. Bye, y'all. Talk to you later.